live.
Prove it.
Go to YouTube and see that we're live.
We're live? That's like, prove that we have a podcast tonight. Sarah's like, look at your phone. Look at your
I'll
phone.
add everyone.
Prove that we have life.
Let's see. Quote, tweet. We are live. Doink.
Excellent. Audio sounds good and everything.
Thanks, Matt. All right. Hey, everybody.
Hello.
And welcome in as we get things ready to go here for the Semi-Perfect Podcast on this fine June 15th, 2022. Just a reminder for anybody, if you're making a left turn and you don't have a green arrow and there's cars on the other side of the intersection, maybe they're going to go straight if they don't have their blinker on.
Yeah.
Did you have an experience earlier?
I did, but it's the kind that I anticipate, so it didn't end bad, but I'm just like, come on now. If you could drive a car, then you can throw a ball or dodge a ball.
I thought you were going to do that quote from the Dodgeball, that movie.
Paley, your voice sounds deeper.
Oh no! Did it happen again? I don't know why it keeps doing this.
It sounds like you have the
Every
a
time
very
his balls drop,
slight
You sound so
emotion.
manly today.
This is the grown-up version of PaleoSteno, but Paleo doesn't grow up. He's like the one person in our group who's like, he's a lost boy.
Oh, I'm such an idiot.
What?
Oh, never mind. I am not an idiot. Why is the tweet that I just retweeted not showing up?
We are live.
I'm gonna pin that.
That was funny. Like, Sarah and I looked at each other. Like, does Paleo sound
A little funny.
deeper than usual?
Christina in the chat says Paleo went Morbin.
Uh-oh. It's Morbin time.
Morbin time.
Well, it's,
Oh,
it's,
they got someone in. Oh, never mind.
that was,
Paleo.
yeah. Hi, Paleo.
Do I sound normal now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Like, part of me
I
didn't know.
don't know why, like, my computer keeps doing that for some reason. I have no idea why.
Part of me was like, is that Paleo?
Or is that someone else?
I'm like, I don't know. Does he always talk that deep? I don't know. It's funny because it's like it was on a. It wasn't delayed, but it was like it was slow, like
Yeah.
a touch
Yeah.
slow.
I have no idea why, like, my audio interface has started doing that. Weird. And
It's a very neat trick.
It just restarted.
I like how there's Twitter page is called Food Post. Should I start the podcast?
Sure.
All right. Let's do this. Hello! That's the start of the podcast. Semi-Perfect Podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us here on this fine, warm evening, depending on where you are. It is June 15th, 2022, and we are podcasting here with the Semi-Perfect Podcast. This is going to be a very kind of stacked podcast, I do believe, as we are going to have a lot to talk about. Movies, media, and I guess you could say on a personal level with some of our semi-perfect podcasters here. Some of it very exciting. So we're going to be talking about a lot. Now, if you are tuned in live, don't forget to get your food posts in. Hashtag SPP Foods on Twitter. And we're going to be going through that here very soon. Also of note, Sarah, I believe that Saber
and Laura are not going to be here today. They are off, out of town. They're watching Game Grumps.
Doing a thing.
They're in my state.
they're watching YouTube.
They're watching YouTube Live.
What?
They're watching Game Grumps live.
You can't do that live.
I think they have.
It's like Equestria LA 2012 all over again with Aaron Hansen showing up, isn't it? That's right. Throwback. Calling it out.
Way back.
But yeah, one thing we're going to be doing here tonight is also recapping a convention that we went to recently, which was Winnie City PonyCon. Talking a little bit about that. Paleo was like the one person who planned on being there in advance and made it there the whole weekend. So
Yeah.
there's
The only one.
Yeah.
It was a very quiet day until everyone else got there.
there's a lot to kind of fill in there as well as other stuff. So Sarah, why don't we? And again, I haven't introduced Toodles.
Hi.
I'm ACRacebest. We got PaleoSteno.
Hello.
We got PanamaMatt.
Howdy.
And a little bit later on, we will likely be seeing our good friend, Gabriel Brown, or Blackgryph0n. And,
I've heard of him.
get to talk about an experience he had of recent.
Yes.
Just
Some of
tiny,
you may know about it.
tiny experience. Looking forward to having him on here as well. So, let's go ahead and kick things off. Let's go through our food posts,
Okay.
see what we got here.
All right. Let me go to.
I like how Fluttershy is trending right now on Twitter.
He's always
Really?
trending. It's always her.
Yeah.
It's always
Well, I
her,
mean-
like none of the other ponies. It's always Fluttershy.
She is kind of awesome.
She's a freaking attention person.
All right. We got
Don't
Nathaniel.
make Jess come in here early.
Daniel Fogo with some nice looking ramen.
What is that?
Currently having a bowl of spicy ramen, which contains 2 soft-boiled eggs, veggies, hoisin sauce. Is that how it's pronounced?
Yep.
Okay, and chopped up bits of spicy, sweet, and Gouda cheese sausage. Definitely
God.
made for a rather tasty and filling dish.
Oh, Nathaniel.
Now, Nathaniel,
Good night.
Nathaniel.
if you are on our podcast Discord,
Yes.
I need your recipes, man.
Yeah, you got the recipes, and like these
We've
are
got
ridiculous.
a whole subsections for recipes.
Rebeses.
Rebeses.
Ramses.
I need it to be filled.
Sarah wants to be.
Stop.
Anyways, wonderful ramen dish. Yeah, that's just a good looking ramen. I don't even know how to soft boil an egg. I'm so behind.
You just don't boil it fully.
Nathaniel says he just sent a recipe. Yay.
Yeah. Thank you, Nathaniel.
Thank
and thank
you.
you for your continued food posts and your continued support. What a good start. Oh my gosh. Oh, look at this food post. Ambazar says, I don't have a funny food post, so here's the water bottle I have at the gym with me right now.
Sweet.
Hey, you gotta stay hydrated, Ambazar. That is one of the least weird food posts you've made.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Working at the
It's
gym.
important to drink water.
Yeah. And it's important to drink it RN
Huh?
right now.
Okay.
Right now, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm hip with the lingo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just thought he had a registered nurse with him.
I mean, that's one way to get injected.
We got Rider Storm Pen Key. Got something bland for tonight. Chocolate Rice Krispie G Fuel mixed with lemon raspberry Hawaiian punch.
I'm sorry.
You
Did
bland
this
it.
Bland.
open with bland? What the fuck is this? Okay, wait. Chocolate
Exactly what it says.
chocolate Rice Krispie and G Fuel
Yeah.
mixed with lemon raspberry Hawaiian punch.
Yeah.
Rider Storm.
There's a lot more food on that table, though.
I need you.
Hey, I got some peanut butter, some bread there, potato salad.
potato salad.
I feel like we missed out on an opportunity.
And corn tortillas.
I'm not asking Rider Storm to put anything else in that bowl. I don't know, like you guys are all teetering on this. No, you have enough in that bowl. Like half that stuff I didn't know existed. Lemon raspberry Hawaiian punch. Oh my gosh, Sarah, we just got a super chat from
Yeah.
Ambazar.
Yeah. Ambazar says, I'll try harder next week. I gotta occupy more of Race's head.
Oh dear, don't eat my brain.
But this time
His
you've
brain
paid
is
rent.
half bag of ham.
Does everyone? Yeah. Does everyone remember that scene in the second Indiana Jones movie, the monkey brains?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's like Jello.
Mm-hmm.
Like that actually
Yeah.
made me go, oh, that actually looks kind of good.
It would not be.
We got Nora Mermaid here. Says, hey guys, just had a grilled cheese sandwich and now I'm having some pound cake to top it off. Stares into space while thinking about Gabe and Nate on AGT. That's America's Got Talent. Nope, nothing important I can think of. Love you guys. Hugs and kisses to Laura and Gabe. Well, Laura's not here, so I'm going to take Laura's. That's right. Intercepted. Bam. I win.
Very dexterous on your part.
Ooh, Christina, some steak and lobster tonight. Yummy.
That's a
Enter.
fancy dish. Sorry, Christine, I'm calling you out. This photo
Yeah.
is not real.
Are you
The-
sure?
Hold it up the menu.
Yep, this is Googled. Absolutely. It just looks too pristine. I'm sorry.
Lovely grill marks.
Not allowed. Actually, it is allowed. Okay, so here's where I'm messed up.
Yes.
I see that cup of butter for probably the lobster, and I go, that would go great on a steak.
It would too.
Like,
Why is that
Yeah,
messed
just
up?
pour it on both.
but why don't we get cups of butter with steak in general?
Well, I mean, that's a very good question.
See, I try to ask those.
And you can put that on the
do it
potato,
at
too.
the next restaurant that you need to go to.
Can I get a side of melted butter?
A little blue cheese butter, even.
Oh, Matt.
Uh-huh.
Matt, now you're bringing nostalgia into the mix. Matt and I used to get these blue cheese butter burger things at Lazy Dog. They were so good. What's this? We got a super chat.
Yeah, Nora sends a super chat saying, since Laura isn't here, Sarah gets Laura's hugs and kisses.
Okay, here, I'll give you the kiss.
Pass them along, Race.
Oh, God.
Wow, that was...
What was that?
Him giving the kiss.
To
It's a horrible one.
Is that not how everyone else kisses?
No.
Oof.
Thank you, Christina, for sharing your post.
And
Thank you,
Nora for the
That will
kiss.
occupy space in my brain
The
for a
hugging
while.
All right, we got base.
Base says, won't be home in time to watch this. But anyway, went out to eat yesterday and had this dessert, which was papaya cream topped with creme de cassis.
Yeah, it's like a...
Now,
black
that
currant.
looks like monkey brain.
That looked like monkey brain. It does
Yep,
look
yep.
like monkey brain.
Speaking of monkey brain.
Yeah. Matt, what were you saying?
Yeah, creme de cassis. It's I believe it's a black currant liqueur.
Ew.
Liqueur. You got that
Liqueur.
Liqueur.
papaya cream topped with creme de cassis. It is
Exactly.
a liqueur.
You must adopt such a ridiculous accent
What
in
is-
order to properly present such a dish
So what
in
it-
a goblet so fine.
Have you had this, Matt? Something like that?
No,
papaya
not a
cream?
papaya cream.
I don't know what papaya cream is. To
Oh,
me,
it's like a papaya mousse.
it looks like monkey brain.
It does. I want to know the origin of this dish, where it was served. Like base. Talk to us.
Yeah.
Well, base isn't here apparently, so
I know.
we might
like
not get the answers that we crave.
we are left with mystery.
Anthropology.
L186 says, just ate a bomb pop for dinner.
A what? A bomb pop?
It's the red, white, and blue one.
Oh,
From the ice cream trucks.
the rocket things.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Wait, but for dinner?
Yeah, I guess so.
Good. That's living a good life.
Life's short. Eat dessert first.
Eat dessert only. And then, life might be a little shorter, but it's still good.
There were a few that were between base and
Yeah,
Christina.
I'm looking in our
well-
notifications right now.
While
we
you're
got-
looking, Sarah, Christina Arctic Song just had a super chat here saying, "Got it at the cafe. I'll prove it with another picture after the podcast. Want to eat while it's still hot."
Nice.
Yes. Still hot.
We've got a super chat. A food post from
post.
Anime Guy. Tonight I got some pizza from Mod Pizza. Thick crust, white sauce, mozzarella cheese, oregano, salt, and pepper. Also a Diet Coke and Pride no name cake. Nice.
What's a no-name cake?
I don't know.
Click on this picture. Let me see this no-name cake.
Just kind of looks like a moon pie.
But it's no name. So it's not a moon pie. We have a mod pizza, I think, in town. I wonder if they're good with gluten-free options for you.
I think they do.
Mod?
I think so. Yeah. Let me see if there's any other ones.
What's
What's
that? What?
Kabari, art fellow. Tonight's fine dining consists of 2 roast beef sandwiches, salt and vinegar potato chips, orange Gator Light, and Rocky Road ice cream for dessert. Also, here's a photo of my Spirit Halloween proton pack that I've been upgrading over time.
You've been doing some nice makeover to that.
That's
that
a
looks
full
good.
meal. And then that's the proton pack.
I thought that was part of the meal.
No, that'd make it a protein pack.
Where's Jaxblade when you need him to go? Haha. Where is Jaxblade?
That's a good question.
Oh no.
Paleo, where's Jaxblade?
I'm gonna message him.
Do it. Yeah, be like, Jax, where are you? Because, you know.
We need your sunny presence here.
I think that's everything. I'm gonna double check.
Double checking. Looking once more.
Double, triple.
Hashtag SPP
Oh, I
Foods.
think we just got a new one.
I think you're right. 12 minutes ago. Just
Fritz
got
roll.
it.
After a good pizza dinner, how about some dessert, like a classic Snickers ice cream bar? I hope everyone's feeling happy and in good mood, because after seeing Gabe and Nate perform on AGT last night, I can't stop smiling.
All right.
Very good. Very good. We also got a super chat from Anime Guy saying it's a mod. So this is what's a no-name cake. The answer is it's a mod pizza version of a ding dong.
Oh. Okay.
Now.
You're a ding dong.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Well, you're a ho-ho.
Whoa!
I can't read from over here.
What do you need?
I suppose that would make
one.
Grace a
You found
Twinkie.
I got it.
I don't think I'm the Twinkie.
Who would be the Twinkie?
Paleo knows his Twinkies. I don't think I qualify as a Twinkie. But I'm glad we've had this conversation.
Yeah.
Yes. Could
Matt's-
go, not going to go any further.
Matt's the Twinkie. All right.
I didn't know you thought that way of me.
I feel it depends on what we're, doing. Cause like when we're playing against each other,
Yeah.
Yes.
you're like that rocket pop. It's like, my God.
Oh yeah.
But-
you got to lay this out for me. I'm curious now.
But when we play as a team, ding dong. Matt's gonna.
I mean, I'll own the second one. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm not saying I'm any better though, and you all know that. Those that watch Ready Player Dumb, our gaming channel, we got a lot of Sea of Thieves content that's gonna be coming soon.
Sunday.
Also, some of you have already caught it live
Yeah.
on Twitch. We've had a couple in there, and say hello to our friend Jaxblade for
Hello.
joining us here tonight. Hi, Jax.
Hi, I'll be right there. I'm putting in my microphone right now.
All right.
But you are right here.
Well,
Yes.
Jax, while you do that, why don't we catch up with some folks here, see what they've been up to. PanamaMatt, why don't we start with you? What's new?
Oh gosh, where to even begin? A lot of stuff that I can't talk about.
Yeah.
The life of a lawyer. I recently became a certified instructor with the USCCA. I'm going to start teaching courses in legal theory regarding self-defense and, heaven forbid you're ever in a situation like the aftermath, how to best protect yourself and make sure you're never in a situation where you need to use it. So I'm really jazzed about that.
Yep.
Business is good, and trying to think. It feels like I've done a lot, but I'm just trying to think what I'm allowed to share,
Well,
which is the joy of life.
yeah. So you you're saying you're able to teach now? Is that like at what level? Like, is it like law school teacher? Is it like where would you teach this?
Basically, well, anywhere that I really want to.
On the streets?
So, exactly. Preaching from the streets.
Repent!
No, the USCCA is a national organization. Part of their goal is, proper education and reducing the risk of the need to use any sort of defense. To basically empower the individual to be more responsible about what it is they choose to do and how they choose to do it. And I've been an attorney on their critical response team for a little while now. So basically, anytime anyone is involved, if they're a member of the insurance aspect, they are sent to one of the lawyers on that network who will then help respond to whatever situation they're in, whether that be, well, it's usually legal by that point, but, to help them through and help them avoid whatever the issue is, if at all possible. Jax didn't like that, so welcome back, Jax.
There we go.
So now I'm on the leading edge of that, instructing using in part their curriculum and in part my experience over the years to help educate people about what it is and how to avoid having to need it in the first place or having to use it in the first place.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, have fun with that and all the stuff that you can't talk about.
Yes, indeed.
Nice work.
That will be a story for another day, perhaps.
What about Paleo? What's new with you?
Not too much. After getting back from Winnie City, we had you were on the podcast for that for a little bit. I talked a little bit about it. I recently recorded something with Saber. We just recorded it last night, and it'll be coming out tomorrow. We did a Pixar tier list. Since Lightyear's coming out this week, I figured there's like 25 Pixar films, and we're like, that's a good number to like do a tier list for. So, we recorded that. I'll be releasing that tomorrow. I also saw Jurassic World Dominion, but we'll be talking about that later. I know Jax and I have some thoughts.
Yeah, I have a lot of thoughts that just keep going down. Okay.
I'll be very curious to hear thoughts. We're gonna have a spoiler chat about it later on, so we're gonna dive deep into this conversation.
Yeah, I still like love the franchise and all, and like I just bought the expansion for Jurassic World Evolution 2 that has like all the stuff from Dominion in it, and from what I've heard, the expansions are really cool with the stuff they included. So I'm excited to play that. I might stream that like at the end of the month after I do some dinosaur videos, because I do have some dinosaur videos planned other than my review of Jurassic World Dominion. I want to do some stuff on Prehistoric Planet and some other things. So
very cool. Now, on your, you don't need to spoil it, but on your Pixar tier list, just tell me that Zootopia is near the top.
Yes, stop it.
Oh my god.
It's not a Pixar movie.
Not according to most cast members at Disneyland. They're like, oh, you're in the wrong section. And I'm like, what are you talking about? There are a lot of people.
You mean the people who work at Disneyland don't even know their Disney, like, facts?
Yeah,
yes.
When we're at Disneyland Park, a lot of the times when we're like, hey, do y'all have any Zootopia stuff here in the gift shop? They're like, oh, no, you'll have to go to, California Adventure.
That's where all the Pixar stuff is.
That's where all the Pixar stuff is. And we're just like,
wow.
No.
Now I get where these are people who probably have quite the passion in what they do, but are confused, obviously, because Judy and Nick actually appear in California Adventure. So I guess they're like, well, therefore, it's a Pixar movie, clearly. Just like
reminds me of like way back when people were like, "Oh yeah, Paperman is my favorite Pixar short." That wasn't a Pixar short. That was a Disney short.
Well,
interestingly enough, very nicely done.
Well, do Pixar's? Because I was talking to someone about this recently because we were watching a Double Toast review. Do Pixar like movies have like musical numbers, like singing musical numbers?
The only one that's had it is Coco. That was.
Well,
that was
yeah,
the
I mean, but
first-
that's like
yeah,
the movie's about singing, but there's not like
Right.
a moment where random characters break out in song. Has there ever been
Right.
that? Besides, like, because Coco, that was specifically designed to be like a thing for Coco.
Yeah,
like
that was
integral
like
to the
about music.
I mean,
Yeah.
as far as random like singing,
Like-
Dory does do it, but it's not like a musical.
No, not
sort of,
what Jax is,
Yeah,
yeah.
no, I know.
Yeah.
Right.
But
Right.
Dory does break into songs.
Certainly,
Okay.
yes.
If we want to
like,
get
well,
super
like did
technical.
Jesse's song in Toy Story 2? That was just like a sing over, like it was like
that,
the
that was
Randy
like
Newman thing.
that was a like a montage.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I was wondering about it because like my friend, when we were talking about, it, I was like, oh, the way to differentiate a Pixar film from like a Disney CGI film is just look for that, and I was like,
The
oh,
penguin
yeah,
did
okay.
sing though at the end of the movie of Toy Story.
They did.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
yeah,
penguin
yeah.
guy, Wheezy.
Oh yeah, he did sing.
Yeah.
He
but it
gets
wasn't-
his new squeaker, and then he like gets a really deep voice and
Yeah.
sings.
Like Paleo when he
That's more,
showed
that's
up.
more of like a that's more like an animated movie trope.
Yeah.
Though, where it's like, oh yeah, they do all
The
this sing a
dance
song and dance at the end.
at the end. Yeah.
Did Shrek
Yeah.
start that? Was that a Shrek thing that, like, the whole
Well, the
dance?
thing
of-
is that Toy Story 2 came out before Shrek.
Oh.
Right.
Oh.
And also like
yeah,
the
Wow.
like when you think about it too, like I mean, nah, they haven't done anything in the after credit. I miss when Toy Story used to have the blooper scenes
Yeah.
after the
Yeah,
credits.
me and Saber talked about that in the tier list.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
So, well, cool. I had to. Last thing I'll say about like egregious mistakes that cast members have made.
Yeah.
I once had a cast member try to explain to me that, well, yeah, Disney World came first, and I was like, that is
Excursion whack.
that is like
that is not correct.
Compared to
Yeah,
what?
not
that is
correct.
Compared to Disneyland.
yeah.
Wow.
I was like, no. I didn't say anything. I
most-
just walked
Yeah,
away.
like most like worldwide theme parks and everything started in California. Most of them.
Yeah.
That's right. You heard it. We got the old stuff here.
Yeah.
Everyone
Knott's
else
Berry
gets the
Farm,
new
world's
stuff.
first theme park.
Yeah. Based off of the original world's first theme park of Calico.
Yeah.
Not really.
Like
Ja-
like Universal Studios, Disneyland, SeaWorld, like a bunch of those theme parks like started in California.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Right.
We got it going on apparently, or at least we had it going on.
yeah.
Mhm.
Pretty sure we still do. But
So, Jax, what's new with you?
Nothing much. Same old. Just working on YouTube stuff, working on program stuff, getting more clients, and yeah, like the last couple of weeks have just been pretty tame. I just recovered from that pizza at Winnie City, which was funny. The second one, because
Oh,
like
the
the
one
second
that
one.
yeah, the one that then actually like apparently it gave me like a burn because I went to the doctor because it was like really fucking with my thing because like at Winnie City I think it was like what was the second one, Luminati's or something.
Illuminati's.
Illuminati's.
Yeah, that place. Yeah, so when we talk about Winnie City, I'll give like an entire food ranking for the weekend, stuff like that. But like I remember that pizza, and I think even Race got this on camera. Like I bit too fast into it, and like just because it was like so deep and all that stuff, it like
Oh,
burned
'cause it
me,
was
and so, like,
hot.
Oh,
yeah, and then
no.
I peeled like a chunk of my gum off because I remember that and I was like, oh yeah, I peeled it off, and I was like, what the fuck? And so like the rest of the weekend I couldn't really like eat like solid food because it was like it was like really painful. And so for like when I got back home, like the entire week I was just like eating mashed potatoes and like yogurt for the entire week, and then I just was like, fuck it, let me go to the doctor. And so like I went and got it checked out, and he was like, oh yeah, you burned your throat and your like back gum, so like they gave me some oral rinse, so it's much better now. But yeah, like for like a week I was like waking up and I was just like, do I have an infection? Like what
Did
the
you
fuck's
say they
going
gave
on
you
here?
they gave you oral?
Yeah, it was amazing, dude. Like completely great oral that just cures everything, just like everything else in life, kids. So, anyways, but
My
it
mouth
was-
is starting to hurt.
but it was
Sarah's just walking away.
mm.
Sorry, I didn't
But
mean
it, no, it's all good. No, it's all good. But that was one of those moments that just made me go like, yeah, I don't. Because I was one time I was I don't think I've ever bit into a pizza and had it like rip a chunk of my gum off. Like I was just like I don't think I've ever had that happen before. So like that was one of those moments where I was just like I'll take it easier next time or something like that. But yeah, it was so annoying. Like you really miss like solid food after a while because it's just like, okay, I can only eat so much yogurt or mashed potatoes and like stuff. You couldn't use a straw because if you use a straw, like you're sucking and shit like that. So it's just like that was annoying. That was just an annoying week, but it's healed now, so it's good.
Well, that's good. I'm glad you're feeling better.
Yes. Yes. But that did affect the ranking of that pizza now. I'm just gonna say.
It attacked you. Well, we'll talk a bit here about a little more about the Winnie City experience. Sarah, what is new with you? I know you got a couple things.
Yeah, I mean, I'll start with the bummer. My grandma unfortunately passed away on Monday, so
Oh, I'm sorry to hear
that's been a
that.
thing I've been just sort of like processing. It's just,
Yeah.
but it's one of those situations where it was more of like a blessing, you know. She was
Right.
declining in health and all that stuff.
Mhm.
So yeah, that happened. What was the other couple thing that you? that was the only thing
I was thinking of.
Okay.
Yeah,
Of course, I present it like, Sarah, what's new with you?
Yeah, what's exciting?
Well, my grandmother.
Well, I took the day off yesterday to just kind of just do my own thing and process things. But I did. So last year, Jeffrey bought me like a raised planter bed to go in our patio. And it's been, sitting there for a little while. And so yesterday I was just like, you know what? I'm going to set this up today. So I filled it with soil. I started some little seeds that I had bought earlier this week. And
What sort of seeds?
so green beans,
Nice.
jalapeno peppers,
Lovely.
sweet peppers, cherry tomatoes, and I did buy a strawberry and a blueberry plant, but I think it might be too warm for them, and they're probably going to die. But
That's
I
a
did,
big planner.
yeah, I did have those. It's I don't know if it's gonna be big enough for everything. So
One way to
we'll
find
see.
out.
Sarah's going all in. But yeah.
So now I'm growing my own produce.
She's,
Nice.
Awesome.
Nice.
That way we
Great
can
way to go.
afford food.
Afford your own build, you grow your own food.
We got a super chat here from Anime Guy 01 asking Jax, if this was deep dish pizza, did you cut it with a fork and knife or just dig in?
I think I was like, since it was my first time eating deep dish pizza, I generally didn't know how to eat it because like everyone else was using a knife and fork. I just ate it like pizza. Like
Yeah.
the first one, like I was literally just holding it like a pie, and I was just eating it like pizza pie, and I was just like, doing that. And then like the second one, it was like fresh, and it was like a smaller one, so it wasn't a slice, it was like a circle. And then no, actually that's a lie, because my one got cut. Like I got the medium sized one, so it got cut into like the slices, and it was a decent sized slice. Yeah, it was a decent sized slice, and I just like ate it. Like I just grabbed it with hands. Like I think Race has it on camera too. Like Race probably has exactly when the burn happens too. So that's fine.
Considering that I'm pretty sure that I think I was filming because it was your first time trying deep dish pizza. Both.
Yeah, the first one was fine.
types.
The first one didn't do any damage. That was just a delightful evening. The second one was
Painful.
horrible. Pain.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
No, it was alright. I'll tell the rankings of all the food when we get to
Yes,
talking
I'm
about
curious
Wednesday,
about
yeah.
this actually, and we're very close to that. My weekly update for myself isn't that big actually, because really it was just
All right, moving on then.
yeah. I mean, literally it was like Winnie City, and then it's just been work over the weekends, and a lot of the rest of stuff has been editing MomoCon vlogs, which are still going up live, and or I say live, but they're still going up.
Nice.
So whose line is up now?
Whose line is up? So that is live, and I tomorrow we're definitely gonna have the first Sunday upload, and it's not very big, so I might also upload the Cartoon Court panel tomorrow.
How'd that go?
But
Surprisingly well.
Yeah,
very
surprisingly.
surprisingly, yeah.
No, it was funny, Matt. Like, it was so funny because, like, freaking Gabe, like, because I was just supposed to be Sonic the Bodyguard. Like, you'll understand that reference when you watch the video. But, like, I was just freaking Sonic doing this stuff, and I was not expecting to do anything. And then, like, I go up, and I'm just supposed to be the bailiff and walk people to the stage. And then, like, Gabe comes up to me, and he's like, all right, what are we doing now? And I was like, oh, Steven Universe. And he's like, oh, I have absolutely no idea what Steven Universe is. Me and Claire haven't watched it. You should go up there. And I'm just like, Gabe, I can't do this. Like, just do it. And I guess, like, if I'm under pressure, like, to perform, like, I can just sort of do stuff. Like, I don't know, it's like a spider sense thing of just like, I just gotta do, I can't let race down. So, like, that's all it was. Like, that's why I just did it for
And
him.
you had a good dynamic between you and Katie, because, like, both you and Katie know Steven Universe well.
Yeah. Me and Katie, like, we just more chemistry than a science class. It's okay.
Yeah.
And I've heard your story time in Among Us. You can absolutely rise to the occasion.
Oh, thank you.
And he did. It was there was a lot of rising to the occasion during that panel, but it went very well. So yeah, that'll be posted, and then there's just gonna be one more video. So basically, there's 3 uploads left for MomoCon from me. Yeah, and then I'm gonna be getting into the Winnie City vlog edits and working through that. And I was gonna say,
I can't wait
outside
to
And
see-
the bronies react.
Yeah, I can't wait to see when freaking me and Paleo were just like barking at you like raptors. That I like. That was. I can't wait for
was that not a dream? Did that actually happen?
We were like in the parking lot. Like, you'll see it,
Yeah,
people.
yeah.
But we were like in the parking lot, and we were just playing those fucking raptors that that shit, freaking like that barking noise.
Just another day in the bright, sunny city of Chicago.
Correct. So yeah, it was certainly good times. And since we're on it, as I was just mentioning, I'm going to be getting into the Winnie City vlogs here. Why don't we talk about the Winnie City PonyCon experience? So it was weird. I'll just start off with it's weird, and you folks are going to see this. You've probably already seen some mentions of it if you follow any of us on Twitter. But that weekend did not go at all like it was planned to.
Nope.
Nope.
So the first, I guess, twist of things, like I said, Paleo was the one guy who knew, like, a week and a half before that convention happened, that he was going to be at Winnie City, and was there at Winnie City come Friday for opening ceremonies. Jax decided, I think the week before, when we were still at MomoCon, that's when you made the call, like, okay, I'm going to go. Which turned out to be quite the blessing, because on Thursday morning, which was travel day for a number of us, that's when I got the call from Saber. And it wasn't much of a call. There was not much of a voice on the other side of that phone as he was trying. Now, for those that recall, we actually had a podcast that previous night.
Yeah.
And Saber was here, and then, like, 15 minutes left in the podcast, he, like, woke up.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, sorry, I fell asleep. I'm going to bed. And he mentioned not feeling well.
Yeah.
So when I got this call that next morning, I actually wasn't surprised. It sucks for Saber, but luckily, he was the only one that ended up getting COVID directly from, I guess you could say, the trip to MomoCon.
Yeah. Well, like Tom and all. But
Tom
yeah,
got
like,
it, but Tom got it, I think, from
Afterwards.
Saber.
Yeah, he got it like a week later, because, like, first when he got back, he was like, he was like just sick from something else.
He had a flu.
Right. He had the flu.
Yeah.
Like, I feel bad
Yeah.
for Tom. Like, that is just like fucking. Like, that is some Squidward luck. Like, I felt like so bad. Like, I was like genuinely, like, when he said, I was like, please don't let him have this. And then he was like, oh, I'm so
Yeah. And it probably didn't help that he was already sick, so I wonder if that also just, like, shut down his immune system a little more, that it was like,
Right.
it's time. So anyway, so Saber, we find out on Thursday, Saber's not going to be able to come out. So we're like, well, okay. Sarah went through, so Sarah was putting the Who's Line show together. Luckily, was able to make quick work of the changes that we were suddenly down somebody for Who's Line. But I was like, well, all right, time to fly out.
Yeah.
And I was at the airport, and when I arrived, my flight was supposed to be at 11:59. And then it said, hey, it's delayed. And I'm like, oh, shoot. And it said it was delayed till 1 a.m. I'm like, all right. So, an hour. Okay, whatever. I wasn't thrilled because I was now... I wasn't going to be getting a lot of sleep. And now I'm like, well, there goes an hour of the sleep I was going to get before Friday kicked off. Right. And then I was sitting at the gate editing the MomoCon vlogs, actually. I'm looking at I glance up at the TV screen that's next to the gate, and I notice that it no longer says my flight, and I'm like, ah, crap. Did they move gates? How annoying. So I check, and I check, and I'm like, oh, they didn't move gates. This thing I'm looking at says my flight will now take off at 12 noon. I'm like, I hope they accidentally screwed this up and it means midnight and somehow my flight is not late anymore. But no. My flight was delayed 12 freaking hours. 12 hours. I was stuck in the scary LA area. So I was able to get a hotel and whatnot and then eventually make my way out. I honestly figured that my flight was going to get canceled. And I was like, this is a mess. It somehow didn't get canceled. I somehow ended up in Chicago at 7 p.m. Friday night, and we were able to get everything going. Luckily, most of our panels were Saturday and Sunday, so that was like the one saving grace from the whole deal. And Jax and Paleo were able to kind of move things around schedule-wise to help out with that, doing the Who Would Win on Friday. So... thank you guys for that. Thank you to Silver for stepping in.
Yeah.
Silver's a king.
Like our rock.
Yeah, Silver's a king. Like that is it's so awesome. Cause first off, like when I got there, it was already bad because like I was like so sleep deprived when I got there. Like I was sleep deprived and hungry. So like here's this. I think I sold this on the other podcast, but like when I landed. I was just like, I had brain fog for days, and I was just like, okay, and then I wasn't like really paying attention to the signs, and then like I was just looking around, and then like I started seeing these signs saying, you're in Illinois, and I was just like, fuck, I'm supposed to be in Chicago. What the fuck? Did I go off on the wrong fucking plane? What the fuck? Am I so stupid? I'm stuck here. What the fuck is wrong with me? Oh my god. And I didn't realize my brain fog was not letting me think properly. And I was like having a mini panic attack. Like I got off at the wrong stop of my plane because I got off at the wrong thing and I'm stuck here. And now then I realized what was going on. And then it was like, oh, okay, whatever. And then that's when I had my first deep dish pizza at the airport because I was just mentally strained and tired. And I was like, it was mid. But then, yeah, I was like thinking to Paleo. I told him this because I was like, what if like Race got sick too? Would it just be us with fucking Who's Line? And it's just like, oh god, here we go. I could just imagine hi-de-di-de-di-de-di. So that was just an entire situation. But yeah, it was fun. Like it was like the chat said, like me and Paleo had our adventure, which is so funny because there's like you don't get Jax and Paleo adventures more often. So it's just like it was like the big chaos and the small calm. We're just like hanging out. So it was pretty chill. It was pretty fun, chill day. Paleo bought me food. The little boy, yeah, it was nice of him. Like his sly dog, he like got me some dinner. I was like, "Aw, that's nice." It was pizza again, so like, it was just a lot of. It was just pizza.
It wasn't just pizza. It was just like mod pizza.
Yeah, mod pizza. But
Mod.
yeah. Okay, let me. You know, when he said I'll go back to the dates so I can see exactly what I ate for those days.
That would have been
June something.
It was the
third
first
through the fifth.
First weekend. Okay, let me scroll back to that because then I can just like read off everything I ate there and be like, I rank this out of 5. Okay. Okay. But Paleo, you can talk about your time while I find that.
Yeah. So yeah, I was the first one there. I got there very early in the morning. It was around like, because I got to my airport here in North Carolina, and for some reason they had a incredibly long line to get through TSA.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was like a line that went back to one wall of the terminal. I'm like, what the hell? Thankfully, it was going very, very fast because my airport has these new like X-ray scanner things for bags, so you don't have to take your laptop out of the bag or anything. You don't
They're so nice.
Yeah, those are so
Yeah.
nice, but not all airports have them. Cause like when I
Right.
like left, they let me use it, but then when I like was landing, like going back, they didn't let me use it. So it was just like, what the fuck?
I've also noticed that some are getting the body scanners where you don't need to take anything off.
Right? Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
Like,
oh.
but what I've started doing now, whenever I go to the airport, is I literally just go in like sweats, like, cause like I'm tired of taking my belt and watch and all this shit off every single time I go. So it's just like, let me just go in my sweatpants and my freaking hoodie. So it's just like, there you go. And then nothing take off. I'm gonna get some Velcro shoes because I'm fucking tired of untying my fucking shoes and putting them back on and doing all this every fucking time. Just so annoying.
Yeah, but I was a bit nervous about getting there super early because like sometimes they don't have the hotel room ready if you're that early to the hotel. Thankfully they did have it ready, so I was like, oh good. So I could like take a nap after I got there since I got there really early and just waited for Jax to show up.
Yeah.
And then we went to the mall that was across the street just to like look around since Race wasn't getting there until much later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we found out, oh no, he's not getting here until tomorrow.
Much
Right.
later.
Yeah.
No, that was weird because like first off, like was the first day where we were looking for like a fucking comb because like Chicago for like it's just like
we were looking for a comb for you in the mall.
Yeah, because I was like, I just need a black person pick because I forgot my black person pick because like I need it for my hair. It's just like that. But like we went in like fucking 6 different stores and they didn't have a pick. And so I was like, oh my god, what kind of fucking mall doesn't have like you have like freaking black girls like, oh, we're combing our hair and stuff like that. And so like we went to like 7 different places
Yeah, we
to find
went
one.
into Claire's.
Yeah, we went to fucking Claire's and did it, and then like I had to like make up a story like, yeah, I'm sorry, my little sister really needs this. Do you know where to go? And they were just like, oh, I think you go on the app or something.
It's like buying My Little Pony toys all over again.
Exactly. I'm not gonna say that. But like it was that was annoying. But yeah, it was fun hanging with Paleo. We just watched The Boys and ate pizza. And, like, we
because we thought it was gonna come out on Friday, but it came
Yeah.
out that Thursday. Where it's like, oh cool, we can watch the first 3 episodes.
And we realized so much that Race is just nice Homelander. Like that is literally every single time the mannerisms, the face, the smile, all that stuff. It was just like it's Homelander. Race is Homelander.
It's me.
What you eating there, pal?
And I'm just agreeing to this and going off of one clip that I've seen Jax post. So I'm like, I don't know what I'm actually agreeing to. So hopefully,
We need to get you a Homelander costume for Halloween Bronies reaction. You need
there we
a
go.
Homelander costume.
There we go.
you
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Let me see. Where is the? Okay, here are the foods. So this is from Thursday.
Oh, is
to
this
Sunday.
the rank list?
Yeah, I'll just rank them like out of 5.
Okay.
For like this is everything I've eaten in Chipotle. Hold on one second. Okay, so the first day I had that airport Chicago pizza. It was okay. I hadn't eaten anything, so at the time it was like a 3. But if I think back on it, it was more like a 2.5.
Okay,
So
so
you started with airport blank.
Yeah, because I was just so fucking ravenous. I needed something. Okay, then when I met up with Paleo, had Portillo's. I door dashed it to the hotel. Had 2 hot dogs, pretty good. Nothing that was like mind blowing worthy, but I'd say like at least 3.5. Like, because I was expecting something like, because to me there's like a level of like that ratatouille moment, like the cheese curds at Cider Fest, the rock bottom cheese curds. Like those just made me feel like euphoric. Like what the fuck is this? Is amazing. This is fucking godly. Something like that. So I didn't have one of those moments particularly, but the hot dogs were good. I also had a chili dog that Paleo ruined because he had to go, should have eaten those chili dogs or shit like that with fucking like Sonic because it looked nasty. I ate
It's
it later.
chili.
But, yeah, I know, but like
nasty.
the way it looked like there was like some green stuff in it, and then Paleo made that comment, and I was like, I can't eat this right now. So that I ate it later, but yeah, that was one of those moments. The fries at Portillo's really good. I give the fries like a solid like 4.5 out of 5. Those are really good. The cheese sauce at Portillo's 5 out of. I would give that like a solid 4.5 out of 5. Like I would honestly. I'm not gonna compare the cheese curd thing because that's like a 10 out of 10 perfection thing. So that's in its own category.
It's a holy grail of food.
Yeah, that's like a holy grail. That's not like comparable. So like the cheese sauce though, really like that. I think that was the best thing. Had the chocolate cake, not the shake, but I had the chocolate cake. That was pretty good. I'd say 3 out of 5. That was good. The pepperoni pizza, Paleo got me with the spinach and stuff like that. That was actually pretty good. I would give it like a 3.5 out of 5. Like I actually enjoyed that because I was like hungry. So that is all I ate for day 1. So let's go to hey Gabe. Hi. I'm just ranking food real quick, then we'll brag on you.
I love food.
Yes, it was. And then the next day, I had a Portillo's cheeseburger. That one was such a letdown. That was like such a fucking letdown of a burger. Like it was dry.
I don't know if I've ever
had
gotten
no
a
flavor.
burger from Portillo's.
Yeah,
myself.
it was saved by the cheese sauce, but it wasn't that good. Like I would give that like a 1 out of 5. Like I was hungry and ate it, but that was great. The onion rings from Portillo's.
So
again,
it's like Whataburger.
Yeah, well, no. Whataburger has a nostalgic boost. Yeah, so Whataburger is fucking good.
I'm sorry, I had to see if I could.
No, it's all good.
Cut it where he says yeah. Just cut it right there. Yeah, cut.
But what was it? And then the onion rings, they were very mid. Cheese sauce, good.
Okay, Jax. Here's the important thing. I need to know your rankings of the 2 deep dish pizzas that you had.
Oh yeah, I'm getting to them. When did we go? Was that Saturday that we went?
That was
or Friday. That was Friday. So yeah, I'm on Friday
and
still.
Saturday. Yeah.
Okay, so we had we went to the Giordano's, and that pizza, I think I'm not gonna lie. I am biased because it didn't hurt me. So like I enjoyed that pizza a lot more than the second one, but it wasn't like a mind-blowing experience to me. It wasn't something that made me go like, "Oh god, some shit like that." It was good. Don't get me wrong, it was really good. And I would give it like a solid 4 out of 5 the first one just cuz I had a good time. The garlic bread we had was good. The mozzarella what are they? Triangles? Those were good.
Oh yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah, and then those like buffalo wings I had with those good. All right, so next day, thanks to Race, I had a Portillo's beef sandwich. That was really good with the nacho cheese in it. That was super good. So I give that like a 4.5 out of like 5. That was really, really good.
For reference, is there a 5 on your list?
Let me
look. Let me keep looking. Let me see.
Oh, you meant from this trip.
The 5. You know what? Those cookies anime guy gave us is always a 5.
Ooh,
like,
right.
I love those, like, because I kept stealing them from like Race a bit.
How does it feel to know you've topped Jax's list of any food you get?
I really every time we go to these cons, I look forward to those. Like I generally look forward to those a lot. So those are good. What else? Then I had the second deep dish pizza. I'm just gonna be real. I think if I'm being fair, from a taste standpoint, I think I prefer the first one just because I think I like the meats and the cheese and all that stuff better. I don't know. I enjoyed that one better. Also, I could take a deep bite and it didn't fuck me up. So I think just because I'm biased, I like that a lot. Also, then I had the Kanuki. That's what'd you call it, Grace?
The Pizookie.
Pizookie. Okay, it's called different things over here.
Yeah, people had not. So the group I was with had no idea what a Pizookie was.
Yeah.
Paleo, Jax, you guys. I don't even think Joe knew what a Pizookie was. And I'm like, huh?
Yeah. So the Pizookie. Yeah, the Pizookie was pretty good after I got the whipped cream off of it.
Pizookie is a cookie the size of a pizza, basically, folks. For those asking.
Right.
Deep dish pizza pan.
Yeah. That was pretty good. let's see. Then the last day, I finally had the chocolate cake shake, and again, it was good. It was good, but it wasn't anything that made me go, "Oh my god, this is amazing." It was just more like, it's good, but I feel I could make this at home. Like, it was just like, I could just, if I get like some cupcake
Chocolate
and put it
cake
in with some
blender.
yeah, and put an ice cream. It's just like, it was good, but it wasn't anything mind blowing. And then, yeah, and then I think I just had the same stuff like the Italian beef sandwich. But yeah, I would say like the best thing was Giordano's, those cookies, and then the Portillo's beef sandwich was really good.
All right.
I like that. Yeah, and the nacho cheese from Portillo's was really good, and then the chocolate cake shake was good, but not like mind blowing.
And that is Jaxblade's assessment of food. So to basically to wrap this up though, as far as the Winnie City trip, once I made it out there, I had the usual blast that I do. It was great seeing a lot of folks. It was funny going from MomoCon and being in a huge crowd of people and having like the occasional person be like, "Hey, it's Race," versus when I walked through the hall at Winnie City. Like,
Stormed.
every person that I walked by was like, "Hey, Race, you're here. Hey, Race, how you doing?" And I'm like, "That's right, we're back at a PonyCon."
This is my territory. This is my territory now.
But it was, it was a lot of fun. Had a lot of fun with the panels.
We got to draw.
What's that?
We got to draw. That was fun.
We got to draw.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Race had gone by that point.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because at the after party we were hanging out with the artists. And
I was confused. I'm like, dude, when did
Sarah, you'd be so proud. I
Yeah.
drew Fluttershy.
Nice.
It was good.
Oh,
I drew a good one.
Good job.
And then I drew her with big, massive bahanga dongas.
Yeah.
And then I drew Venom.
But yeah. By the way, we just got a super chat from Anime Guy 1 saying, "Jax, next year I'll take you to the restaurant I get the cookies from."
Ooh.
Oh, sweet.
Oh.
Nice.
There you go.
Nice.
Well, that means
Thank
you're gonna have to
you.
go again, Jax.
Yeah. If I feel like, yeah.
But
And then
it was.
Jack, did you draw a Venom with big bahongadongas as well, or was that
Yeah,
just
I'll
he
find
would.
the picture for you.
He
Okay.
would. But yeah, it was.
It's safe for work, but I can do commissions now. For
Oh,
interested.
Vendor Hall Jaxblade.
You can find him on Twitter at Jaxblade. No, whatever.
At Jaxblade Fitness.
Yeah.
So,
I'm not sure
yeah.
that's the commission thought, but-
But yeah, so Windy City was a lot of fun. Shout out to the staff. Shout out to Charlie and Michelle getting that con up and running in about 2 months. Yeah, I hope everyone had fun. Again, a whole bunch of stuff, a whole bunch of context coming with the vlogs as well. So happy to have made it out there. All right, Sarah.
Yeah.
We have welcome to the stage,
Blackgryph0n.
Blackgryph0n! What? I'm screaming.
Hi, Gabe.
I'm screaming. I'm
rubbing
so
Nate.
proud.
Shut up, man. So, Gabe, are you on your phone right now?
No, I'm trying to figure out. All right, so Discord is annoying. What? Can you not hear me very well?
I can hear you, but it doesn't sound like your usual quality.
Yeah, then that must mean that it is doing.
You're coming
the
in on a
wrong
tin can
mic.
today.
Where do I go? Where do I go?
All right,
The
so
Wait, I
little
know-
cogwheel at the bottom left near where your icon is.
User settings.
Yeah.
yes,
And then
Yeah,
there's going to be a
I'm
voice
there.
and video.
Voice and video.
it's
There it is.
yeah.
And then,
Ah,
yeah.
you stupid computer.
There, that's better.
Much better.
There you go. Much better.
You showed it.
Out, I'm gonna hold it like this.
I kind of miss the old microphone. No.
No.
Oh, sure.
So
Are you streaming on Twitch now? I can't find you on you.
We're
We're
on
on
YouTube.
we're on the Semi Perfect Podcast
YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Well, that freaking makes sense because I want to watch along and read comments so I can say hi to
Yeah,
everybody.
yeah.
Well,
I'll
Super
link it
chat.
in the
Yeah.
Discord.
And did you
chat.
put it in your community tab, Race, like we talked
I got
about
it.
before?
I found it. I
sweetheart?
found
Did
it,
we,
Sarah.
Sarah?
Why am I in charge of that?
Sarah,
It's your YouTube channel.
Did we, Sarah? Did we? She's like, excuse
I'll
me.
play Sarah every time, babe. Put it in your community tab.
Sarah, put it in the tab now. Say, we have the Brown brother.
Brown brother. Yeah, he's right here. We have the brown brother. The
Sarah's,
black one.
Sarah's doing it.
We have him right.
We have a super chat, of course, from Nor Mermaid saying he has arrived. Faints.
I can't wait for Nora to see my impression.
Oh God. Well, so Gabe, I'd ask you the general question of what's new and whatnot, but that's really a massive focus right now. Is there's quite the thing that's new, something that you've known about for some time now, and haven't really been able to talk about.
Yeah, it's weird because, I think we all on some level kind of understand the NDA, or we're working on something we can't talk about or that we don't want to talk about or whatever. This one's been interesting because of how much different it is when it came out. Like, most of the stuff I'm under NDA for is voiceover stuff, and most of the time if I don't post about it, even if it's a kind of big deal, I sing all the vocals in the theme song for Angry Birds Summer Madness, which is a pretty popular show right now, but no one would know that was me if I didn't post about it. Whereas,
something you were in that's actually becoming a bit of a meme now.
Oh no, what?
The pack is back from the Pac-Man and the Ghost.
Oh no, yeah, no, I know. That's ridiculous. I hate the way I sound on that. I remember
a very early thing.
Yeah, I was in Japan actually. I was still in the Navy. I remember William Anderson was sing it just like you. So I was going the pack is back, ghost jumping, and it's no, make it more young, spunky and teenagery. The pack is back, jumping, make it more smile more. The pack is back. Come on, do it. Yeah, and then by the end I just sound like.
What are you doing?
Goku.
Hi, Laura.
What? I just find it hilarious how almost everything you become a part of becomes a meme in some way.
Yes. Becomes a meme.
Can you guys hear me? As someone said, "What are you doing?" Did I screw something up?
No, that was Laura.
No,
Laura just popped in.
Oh, hi, Laura.
She just came out like that.
Are you guys in a car?
Pop.
Yeah, we're in a car. We just left the Game Grumps live show.
Nice.
Oh snap!
Oh, you guys in
It
Raleigh?
was amazing. Yeah, we're in Raleigh. It was amazing.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Yeah. Dan, we were in the front row, and Dan personally handed me a water bottle.
Nice. Very
and
nice.
I can die now. It's fun.
Awesome.
But yeah, I'm just popping in for a second because I checked the time and I was like, oh, they're still live. But we are
Nice.
literally in a car and it's probably awful audio right now. So I love you guys. You're the best. Mwah.
All right.
All right. Well, thanks for stopping in. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Later.
How do I leave this? Oh my god.
It just looks like a phone.
The next hour. So yeah.
Congratulations on the water bottle.
Yeah, right. So for those that don't know, Gabe, last night it aired on NBC. Gabe was on America's Got Talent and did the audition. And Gabe, obviously we're going into this understanding that there's probably still quite a number of things you can't talk about. But as far as what
We
you
understand.
But as far as what you can talk about the experience, I'm sure everyone is super excited to hear.
Tell us.
Thank you. Oh, well, yeah, there is a lot I can't talk about. There's some stuff that I actually don't know if I can talk about, and you know me, rather than erring on the side of caution, I say way too much and then get in trouble. So,
This is Simon Cowell's lawyers.
Saberspark.
I'm like, what's this new voice?
You done goofed too many times.
Oh God.
You got the babies, and then you went to the moon, and then you've been Bruce. I'm sorry, I'm drunk.
Bruce.
You tried,
Wait, is he driving?
Not yet, man.
no,
Not
I'm not
yet.
driving.
Good.
Okay.
I'm sitting in the passenger seat as Gabe Simon Cowell's lawyer. Do you realize you're slandering the good name of a hit star from the hit movie?
I don't think Simon Cowell. I think by design he doesn't have a good name. I think he enjoys people hating him,
Well, he's
which I wish
British, so
I
he's
could do.
No, Gabe, are you in like this? Are you gonna win Survivor?
No. I probably could have at least gotten in, 5-10 years ago, but now the only thing I'd win on Survivor.
Are you gonna win Real World or Jersey Shore?
Huh?
I don't know. I'm drunk. I'm bothered. Oh, you have a wonderful evening.
Hey, good hearing from you, Saber.
We're not driving.
Holy shit, it's SB.
Are you fucking kidding me, Steven?
Okay.
Laura came back.
Wait, are they both in the car? Who's
Yeah,
driving?
they're both in the same car.
What?
I'm sorry.
I like how Laura. I don't know
Well,
if
like
you,
Laura's
if
in
you
here.
realize,
so
but
it's
you're
like,
still in here.
Wait,
I came back.
is Tom driving?
Is Tom? No, Tom is not driving.
Saber's not driving, is he?
Pretty cool.
Our friend Scott is driving.
Okay, thank God.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh, they're showing video.
Oh, okay.
Did the Burger King have you?
They're in the Burger King. That's not a good look, Saber.
No, keep going. I'm just listening now.
For those of you that are listening along at home, Laura and Saber's phone video just activated, and we're seeing the top of what appears to be Saber's Burger King crown.
So Laura, just so you know, we are picking up a bit of feedback on whatever the
Oh, I'm
setup
so sorry.
is.
Let me put the volume down.
I'll spark you.
How much I can turn it down?
And I'm listening to Saber and Scott's conversation.
It's probably because it's loud. I'll pop out, but like, you guys are the best.
Sorry.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, Laura.
Bye. Hey, they made us a Hobbit
Friends. I know that the actual, podcast cannot see any of that, but all the best. Love you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Love you. Bye.
So they're both drunk, by the way.
Yeah,
it's not just
I
Saber.
had a hunch.
One gave it away. Well, that was unexpected. Okay.
Back to
Gabe, I am sorry. So going back to this again. I'm just excited to hear whatever you gotta say.
Yeah.
Yes.
I gotta say that overall, it was a lot. I didn't have super high expectations because I don't know. Well, okay, so I've been in contact with America's Got Talent for like the last 4 years. They've been reaching out almost every year to gauge my interest, and it's never really worked out until this year. And I actually have, a few people to thank. Vivzy Pop for firing me from Hasbin Hotel. Saku Maezawa for firing me from the Deer Moon mission. No, I'm just kidding. I'm being mean. Yeah, actually, like seriously though, I had a lot of time this year for a lot of different reasons, but mostly just because last year was not a very good year. I put a lot of stock into the things that that seemed like they were going to work out just based on, I guess, empirical data, and none of them worked out. And I was kind of I'm at an all-time low. Anyway, so then when AGT reached out at the beginning of this year, I was like, okay, yeah, I'll do it this time. And so,
To your level.
no, it wasn't that. I actually, to be fair, I didn't brush them off the other years. I said that I would like to, but there were a lot of timing conflicts. And
Right.
AGT it's not just like you go, yeah, sure, I'll do it, and then you walk on stage and you do your thing. I mean, our act went through probably close to 8 or 9 revisions before we actually got it approved. It has to pass through their lawyers. They have to make sure there's no copyright issues. They have to approve your wardrobe and your haircut and like everything. It's like,
that does make
very,
sense.
very involved.
Given that several of the songs you sang may or may not be copyrighted, that makes a lot of
Yeah.
sense.
I mean, you should see. Like, we had to send them a massive list of characters and songs. And then one thing that was really hard is, like, our producer told us that Simon Cowell wants to see more family acts and he wants to see something new. And so the act that we came up with is very new, but while Simon Cowell wanted us to do it, the producers were not keen on it because they want to see you walk on stage with something completely predictable that you've rehearsed 1,000 times that you're going to pull off. So any improvisational element is frowned upon and is even more heavily screened. But we were very insistent on keeping the improvisational element because we wanted to stand out. And what was actually interesting I don't know if I can say this. I'll just say that the show is filmed completely out of order from how it is presented.
Oh.
There was a lot said regarding golden buzzers. The implication to me was that they didn't have any left by the time we went on, but that they wanted to give us one.
Oh.
And then there was a lot of discussion about that between the judges and another producer. So that's about as good as you can get, I think, for not getting a golden buzzer.
I'd say.
But right now we're in the judge deliberation phase, which requires us to. So basically, the live rounds are next at the Dolby Theater in LA. Not everybody who gets 4 yeses gets to go, so it's not a guarantee that we get to go. However, we have been through multiple back and forths, and the producers have had us create 3 distinct acts along with demos for those acts, because the live shows are only a few days apart. So if you make it all the way to the end, if we make it all the way to the end, we'll be doing 3 more performances. So we need to have them locked in and approved before we even go and do our first live performance. It's very strict, and there's a lot of stuff going on. So I am grateful, like, for as jaded as I sounded. Sorry, I'm a little tired too, because today.
You don't sound jaded at all.
But no. Well, I just mean, like, my joke in the beginning about Vivian and Maizawa and everything. It's I understand. It's like nothing personal. And I know how the industry works. And I've been, it was a lot all at once, and so it was very difficult when it happened. But if it hadn't happened, I don't think I'd have the time this year, just like in the last 4 years, to do America's Got Talent. So genuinely, it's one of those silver lining moments where, I'm grateful now looking back, because this actually has been a really great experience, a lot better than I expected. Everyone's been really kind. Someone asked what Terry Crews smelled like. What? Great. Sorry, someone keeps asking in the comments what Terry Crews smells like.
Hopefully, yeah, Old Spice. That's what probably should.
Nora Mermaid sends the super chat. Well, Gabe, you got the golden buzzer in our hearts.
Thanks, Nora. That's really sweet. Actually, one of the producers told us that we should, and this is probably them trying to be nice, but they're like, you should be thankful you didn't get it, because there's a lot more pressure on the golden buzzer acts. America seems to hold them to higher standards, and it's rare for a golden buzzer act to win. Although 2 years ago, someone did. It's kind of cool.
So, a question, if I may.
Yeah.
And obviously don't answer if you're not allowed to, but. With all the permutations of the cards, for those that haven't seen his act, he had several cards for types of songs and characters. And, go look it up. But did you, when you put Simon Cowell's name in there, how certain were you it was going to get picked?
I was hoping he would pick it. We obviously couldn't rehearse all the permutations.
Obviously.
We did have some predictions. We had a feeling that for the most part, because they're up there for hours every day, they were just going to grab the stack and pass it down. So we stacked it in the order that we wanted it, but I did hide the Simon Cowell card from Simon, assuming that he would rifle through it and find it and then be kind of proud of himself. Which is exactly what he did. But we did. We had a favorite order that we were hoping would show up, and we actually got that order for the songs, not for the characters. I was really hoping that Kermit the Frog and SpongeBob would be switched, because SpongeBob it's really hard to sing Drops of Jupiter in SpongeBob's voice because it's too high, and it's really hard to sing Tiny Dancer in Kermit the Frog's voice because it's too low. So if I switch them, I can actually go the octave down on Kermit for Drops of Jupiter. Drops of Jupiter, and then the octave up for SpongeBob on Tiny Dancer, and it's a more interesting contrast, I think. But it worked out. The weirdest thing to me is that our act was actually edited for TV, and they switched our order around. They did it flawlessly, but that is not the order we performed it in. We performed it left to right. We started out with Howie, and we went all the way to Simon. So it was kind of weird.
Nice.
Yeah.
Fun little tidbit.
Yeah. I think I can say that.
Now, so we got a super chat here from Christina, just saying, Gabe, shall I be your guy's Vegas tour guide? LOL.
Hey, absolutely. If we make it to Vegas, we need all the help we can get, for sure.
So what, I'm curious about, for your side of this, kind of the emotions beforehand as you guys were getting ready, the emotions after you got the 4 yeses. Like, I imagine that had to be quite the day for you and your brother.
Yeah, it was actually weird. So obviously everyone who goes on AGT is hoping for the golden buzzer. We had a pretty good idea that we weren't going to get it because we were keeping track of what had been going on, and we're like, okay, only one person has their buzzer left. We're probably not going to get it, and then we didn't. But Simon actually said some really nice stuff about that to us. He actually said that he wished he could give us his buzzer, but that he'd already used it. And then they cut that, I think, for obvious reasons, because that I don't think he meant any slight to the person he did give his buzzer to, but I can see how that would be interpreted that way. But that was really, and Simon actually had a whole lot of really nice things to say, which was huge because I've always had a lot of respect for Simon Cowell. I mean, I like all the judges, but Simon Cowell, he created America's Got Talent and The X Factor and American Idol and One Direction and Britain's Got Talent. Like those are his creations. He basically invented the modern talent show, and he's perfected them, I think, because I don't know if people know, but I was involved very lightly in American Idol and The Voice early on, and I wouldn't sign the contracts because I didn't like the way that they were kind of locking you into record deals, because those shows are funded by record labels. And this contract, the AGT contract, is awesome. Honestly, it's very, very, I even got to a point in the contract, I was like, oh, here it is. It's like everything you've ever created before or create after this moment
is ours.
Still belongs to you. And I was like, yeah!
Deal!
I know. That was it. I was like, I smashed my golden buzzer. I was like, all right, I'll sign this. And they gave us time. That was the other thing. They're like, here's the contract. Take your time. Look over it. We need it back around this time next week. Whereas before, they're like, look this over for an hour or two, but if you don't sign it within an hour, we need to move on because we're busy. Like, which really to me is usually a red flag. It's like, oh, they got stuff buried in there they don't want you to see. So I had my agent review both The Voice and the American Idol contract. She's like, yeah, I wouldn't. I mean, it's not terrible if you're not already in entertainment, but I was. So it ultimately ends up being more of a hindrance, or potentially if you don't end up going far in the show.
Right.
So yeah, AGT's been amazing. Like, I did not have high expectations. I don't really watch reality TV shows, but it's been really, really great. Surprisingly so.
So going in before you got, what were the nerves like before performing?
Oh, dude. Well, as you know, I've been performing on stage since I was a kid. Like, probably more than half of my life I've been doing this. I was so nervous. And it was as a foreign feeling to me. Like, in fact, I don't know if you noticed, my riffs are usually pretty clean. I botched that riff at the end, and You Will Be Found. I botched it, and it's because my throat was completely dry. My body's like, no, don't produce saliva. That could be bad. I don't freaking know.
Oh, God.
It's like, oh, redirect all your liquid production to your armpits.
Dehydrated in 5 seconds.
Yeah, it was awful. It was awful. But I kind of just went into performance mode and kind of blacked out, and just kind of did it. And then afterwards, I think the moment that shocked me the most was how people reacted to the Simon Cowell impression, because to me, that's not even one of my best ones. I just did it. I told Jeff this last night, but I went. Part of the reason I wanted to hand the cards to Simon Cowell because the producers wanted me to hand them to Howie, just for camera angles. I was like, is it okay if I hand it to Simon? They're like, yeah, but he'll probably screw it up. I said, I don't care.
Right.
I don't care. But because I wanted to hear him talk up close, because I was like, if I can hear him, really hear the way he sounds, and hopefully get him to say something to me, which he did. So I was thankful for that. Then I can replicate that when I go back up. And that's it worked out.
It's brilliant. When you told me this last night, I'm like, this is so freaking brilliant. That whole setup was there was a reason behind what you did there, and I love it.
Think about it. We've had a long time to plan this, so we only get 6 minutes up there. There's a reason behind every decision. It looks so candid and carefree. Nope, I had to get everything approved. Everything I said had to be approved. Even the we made these in my basement. Or in my garage. That's what I said. On these easels that we made in my garage.
They had to approve that?
Yeah, they had to approve. It wasn't like it didn't go through the same like super intense process that our like songs and character likenesses did, but our producer had to approve it. What are you planning to say? What are you planning to do? Our producer is named Nigel, and he has been working directly with Simon for 17 years. He suggested I do a Simon Cowell impression, so I should thank him for that. He's been awesome this whole time.
It's definitely. It's cool reading the comments and the reception from everybody, because obviously, like, most of us weren't there in the crowd to see how everyone kind of responded to things. So this is our first experience with it, and seeing how people are responding to obviously the Simon Cowell deal. Like, I love that moment where you just hear like everyone erupt. In that stadium.
Yeah. That was the moment that shocked me. I wasn't expecting. I don't know if I've heard a scream that loud on stage before. It was really loud, and it was. I think it probably just because it caught me off guard. Cheering typically happens after a song, so that's when you're expecting it. So in the middle of your performance, and what's weird is it was so loud I couldn't hear anything I said after that. So I was really hoping the impression was good beyond that point.
That's fantastic. So you guys do your performance, and then you're starting to like. At what point? Because I know like we've even had these moments like to bring it down a whole bunch of notches, like down to like our Who's Line shows where sometimes you're like, okay, we got him. Like, we got the crowd, or you know, we got this group. Like, at what point did you feel like you were like, this is going well?
You know, it's super weird because the way they set up the live shows is that they will organize acts that they expect to do well and expect to do poorly, and they'll usually do it. The majority of acts that do well versus do poorly is it's about 3 or 4 to 1. So they will slot, if there's a really good act, which we actually had a Golden Buzzer act that hasn't aired yet, we were supposed to go right after them, and they got the Golden Buzzer, and then everyone freaked out, and they had to obviously they have to strike, they have to clean the stage, they have to get all the confetti put away. They get several shots of whatever judge hit the buzzer hitting it so that they can get it from multiple different angles and get it in slow motion. Obviously they don't have a bunch of cameras just trained on the buzzer at all times, so they have to recreate that. And then they shift the acts around that come after, so that if there is an act that they hope will get a gold buzzer, they have a fair shot, because the judges are much less likely to push it twice in a row.
Right.
So we were supposed to go on right after this Golden Buzzer act, and we got pushed almost an hour. So we were sitting backstage while bad act after bad act went up and got all red X's. And so by the time we walked out on stage, I'm just like bracing myself to be like, "Hi, I'm Gabriel." You know?
Yeah, I love that reaction they got of you and Nate backstage when that buzzer hit.
Oh yeah, that was weird too, because I didn't even remember that. It was so okay. We shot our scene with Terry Crews, I think 3 different times, because they want to get different, iterations, like a quick version, a slow version, different angles, different things said. Terry's amazing, by the way. He's like such a really, really genuine, I believe, a genuine guy. He just seems very down to earth and very kind and very humble. And he's huge too. Holy freaking crap, is he huge. Anyway, so we had, quite a bit of talking with him, and when the red buzzer hit, it startled me, and I don't, because it's really loud. It's way louder than they made it in the video. It fills everything. And when the 4th red X is hit, they shut off all audio. If you're dancing to a track, they shut that off. They mute the microphones. They add this sound effect, and every light in the theater goes red. It is, whoa! It is like probably psychologically damaging. And they have a therapist, an on-site therapist.
Oh my God!
Really? Yes, they do. For acts that get, humiliated, to talk to them and to help them. Do you need help? Are you okay?
They didn't have that on the Steve Harvey show. What the heck?
Wow. No, their therapist came on to tell you you're weird.
That's true. That's true.
And everything else you just said.
Oh God.
But no, but that's what I'm saying. Like, this show, I felt like we were always treated with respect. Every act was treated with the same amount of respect. There was no like social hierarchy. Everyone was really kind.
Cool.
It was much more friendly and professional than I expected it to be. Like, genuinely, and that's probably because I'm contrasting it with the older shows that I was a part of, back in the day, or just even a small part of.
With the reputation of certain reality TV shows.
Exactly. And what's interesting is like what airs is so different from what's happening. So Nate and I were there. We shot for 2 days in a row. And we were there all day, both days. And most of it was B-roll and, pre-recorded stuff. And I guess I never really answered your question, Jeff, but like from the moment we got our 4 yeses, it was chaos until the end of the night.
Yeah.
Because they're like, okay, you've got 4 yeses. We wrap in 2 hours, so we need to shoot reactions, we need to shoot promos. They shot us a bunch of promos talking about how amazing Sonic is, because I guess Sonic is one of their sponsors, not the movie.
Oh yeah.
Oh!
I was about to say.
I was like, isn't that movie out already?
No, they even had to say these cheesy lines like, America's Got Talent is supersonic. And I was like, oh, please don't
God.
use that. Please use it.
Please use it.
Please use it.
But yeah, like we didn't really have much time to like genuinely react. We had maybe like 2 minutes to call our parents and tell them how it went on the way from the stage to the adjacent building, which is where they shoot all the post stuff.
Wow.
And it was very crazy from that point on. It was and it was that all the way until the last thing we shot, which was, this is unusual that you shoot the last thing last, but it was our exit, like pushing through the doors, and we only shot that twice, and then that was it. That was then we're like, okay, thank you so much. Obviously we had our hotel for that night, and so we hung out, and then me and Nate and Claire went to Disneyland the next day. And heard Rise of the Resistance.
Nice.
So
I feel like I saw Claire in the. Was she there for the performance? Okay,
yes,
yeah.
she was. It was.
Yeah.
I feel like I saw her. For
She was
a split
already
second.
in LA. She was visiting friends in Palm Springs, so I guess that's not LA, but she was in California.
It's funny
And,
because. Sorry, go on, Gabe.
No. I've been talking too much anyway.
No, you have not. You've been talking as much as we want you to. I was going to say, I forgot Sarah wasn't around when we were talking about that part last night, because I was actually... Gabe and I talked for about 4 hours last night. Normal.
Like 3:45 a.m. or something.
And he was helping guide me to where Claire showed up, because I thought it was at a different part, and I'm like, I just don't see her. Where is she? Is she really small? And it's like, no, she's literally in front of the camera.
Yeah.
It's a weird thing too, because I talked a little bit about her. She's my fiance, so they were asking about that. But they didn't, as far as I know, they didn't know where she was in the crowd. So I don't even know if that was an intentional shot. I think she was reacting, because Claire's larger than life anyway. And then she was reacting because we were up there on stage and she was really excited for us. And so they were like, oh, this girl's a good subject to point the camera at. And so it just happened to be that they got her in that shot at the end, which I thought was really, really cool.
God, that's
nice.
Yeah, it's interesting to me that you, like how you pointed out, like some of the orders that they did stuff in, specifically the shot of you guys walking out, like what's supposed to be that moment of like, oh my God, and it's like, give us, like 4 more hours, and then you can walk out responding to it. Like it's interesting.
Oh yeah, I see her. I was like just scrubbing through the video. I found her.
Yeah, it's right at the very end. If anyone's trying to find her, I think it's at 4 minutes and 30 seconds, and I think so because I had to find it for Jeff last night. So I.
Yep.
But
So we do have a
The weird thing is we had a watch party, just my family and obviously Claire and Susanna and her husband, and we watched it together, and none of us saw Claire, not even Claire. Her aunt sent her, like, is this you? And we're like, oh crap, yeah, it is.
Yeah, with 830,000 views, America's Got Talent, the Brown brothers amazed the judges with incredible singing impressions.
Yes. Yeah, that's nice. How many views now?
830,000 according to the YouTubes.
All right, that's pretty
nice.
good.
Awesome.
That's very good.
Good. Now we do have a couple of super chats that have come in here. First one, and I'm hoping I'm saying this name right. I believe it's Cacogenic Nonsense. is saying, Gabe, I was so proud of you both. I cried.
Aw, thank you. That's so nice. My dad cried too, but you didn't hear it from me.
I've been watching, like, I watched it a few times last night, and then I've had it up. I've been kind of keeping an eye on, like, how the YouTube numbers and whatnot and Twitter numbers are doing. And I feel like every time I watch it, I actually, admittedly, get, like, more emotional about it. Where I'm like, this is our boy! Like,
Yeah. Thanks, man. You know, actually, what's weird is the Facebook numbers are the highest. We have over 2 million on Facebook. Which
Hell yeah.
Yeah, which is weird because I think it's the only social media account I don't have. So. Oh man,
ironic.
I'll tell you what was cool though. Is like Simon Cowell and like all the judges. So the judges aren't obligated to engage after the show, and all of them did. All of them posted about us, and Simon
Us
Cowell
like the
even.
collective, or us like you and Nate?
Oh, me and Nate.
Awesome.
Yeah, which was very cool. We all got like our own like dedicated posts from each of the judges. Well,
awesome.
Simon, I think with Simon, he only seems to post the things that are like it somehow related to him, which is
Oh yeah.
so again, that was a good call from Nigel to do the Simon Cowell impression.
right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Let's
It
see
was
here.
bold and it was successful.
It was. That's to do an impression of someone, of that person.
Yeah, not just someone, that person.
Yeah.
We got a super chat here from C.284. Let's see, what does it say?
It's a request.
Oh, it's a request, Gabe. It's a request.
Okay.
It says, Gabe, could you say this line with your best MLP villain impression? Twilight Sparkle, the mayor who lived, come to die, Avada Kedavra.
Man, okay, what kind of villain would it be? How about Discord?
Sure.
Twilight Sparkle, the mayor who lived, come to die.
Fritz Rolly sends in a super chat here.
Fritz. He's been so supportive.
Fritz is, let's see, Fritz says, me and my mom loved your performance, Gabe. I do have 2 questions for you in regard to it. First question, did you see Rumi's video about TV talent shows beforehand?
No, I don't watch Rumi's videos. I hate him. I'm kidding. That is a joke. That is a joke. Rumi and I are friends. We've actually been texting about it today. But no, I didn't. I don't know. I mean, I'm already like kind of aware of how the TV talent shows work, which is why again I was pleasantly surprised by this one because the first one I ever like was involved with was Idol, and that was 10 years ago. So I just kind of put a bad taste in my mouth. And again, it's not that American Idol was a terrible show. It's just that it's really not good for people who are already have or are trying to get careers in entertainment, because the record labels either want you on their label or they want you out of the competition. But like and so that's what they're going to make sure happens one way or the other.
The other question here is, what was it like bringing up your and Nate's diagnosis up on America's Got Talent?
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, did he just say that on stage?
Oh, that was surprisingly terrifying. And that's another thing that they cut a lot. I wasn't planning to say it, but they were my producer was adamant about it. We talked about it a lot in the interview. They asked us a lot of questions about that. And when we went up, and like I said, it was cut. What actually happened is we go up on stage, and Howie's like, hi, tell us about yourselves. And then we're like, oh, well, we're Gabe and Nate. All right, what do you do for a living? It's like, oh, we're both like entertainers and performers. I was like, oh, that's cool. So you do what we do. And I was like, well, not exactly what you do. I mean, YouTube. And he's like, oh, well, this is going to be on YouTube. So, and then everyone cheered. And then that was weird. And then he said, what did you used to do? And I said, well, we were both in the Navy. We're both Navy veterans. They cut just that. We're both Navy veterans.
They like clapped.
They clapped. He said, thank you for your service. Simon Cowell gave a thumbs up. And he's like, I don't care. I'm from England. But anyway, that's how I interpret it. And then he said, anything else we should know about you, like from your past? And I was like, okay. He's going to keep pushing until we say autism. They've got a sheet in front of them that's a breakdown of the act that's about to walk out with talking points. And it was pretty clear for me at that point that they wanted us to hit on that. And so I was like, all right, here we go. And it is a little weird because I think the big thing is I didn't want to come across as using our autism as a sympathy card or anything that could, make it appear insincere that please vote for us, we're autistic. Like,
right. Not because you performed well, but because you're autistic, vote for us.
Right. And I certainly didn't want it to be, yeah, I'm autistic, and it's something that it's a part of who I am, but it doesn't define me. And that's kind of what I talked about in the interview. I was like, it's not that I'm ashamed of it or I don't want to talk about it, but it's more that it's just like people tend to make snap judgments and they go, oh, you have autism. Well, there's something wrong with you. And as ridiculous as that is, I've encountered a lot of people who have treated me that way.
I mean, there is something wrong with you.
Yeah,
just
well, exactly. All that explains so much. But yeah, but it actually ended up being kind of a beautiful moment because we had a lot of support for that, and I don't think anybody felt like there was contrivance in us talking about that. We didn't go into a ton of detail. We're just like, yeah, this is who we are, and if we have any goal, with this performance, is if people are going to know that this is who we are, that hopefully it encourages them to see that we're still capable of doing cool things. Because I know a lot of people who feel very limited by being on the spectrum, and I don't want that. I mean, I know I felt it at times. So yeah, and I talked about that a little bit on the Dear Moon video.
Knowing you never bring it up normally in regular conversation, so I was surprised to hear it come out. I'm
right.
intrigued to know how it came up, but at the same time, I love how you explained it and used it and talked about it.
Well, thank you. Yeah, and that's the thing. I'm not trying to get. I just didn't want it to come across like I was trying to get attention for it, or that I was trying. All we're there to do, is put on a good show. And that's what I'm trying to do. And it's like, you don't need to know a ton about me. But on these shows, they're looking for a story, And whether it's drama or, tear-jerking, they want something that hooks people. And I guess I understand that. So, it could have been worse. They could have, played on something else. And at least, hopefully, I mean, it's actually been really nice since that. I've got a lot of messages from people saying, oh, I didn't know you were on the spectrum, but that inspires me because I'm on the spectrum and I struggle with stuff. It's just so, yeah, I don't know. I think maybe I'm kind of rethinking a little bit, my decision to be quiet about this for so long. Not because I'm ashamed of it, but because I just didn't think it was necessary to talk about. And I don't know, maybe it is. Maybe it's helping people to know that this is something that I have.
I mean, in some ways, you're not talking about it makes it even stronger that you don't feel the need to talk about it. At the same time, when it does come out.
Well, yeah, I mean, I am me. We put far too much emphasis on labels these days, and I mean in every sense of the word. People are kind of obsessed with labels. The reason that labels will never satisfy and that people get angry is because a label will never fully define you. No one thing will ever fully define a person. We're too complex. So I prefer to avoid all labels if necessary.
It's what my cutie Mark is telling me.
Corrupting the youth, I tell you. Corrupting the youth.
I just to add one thing to that, Gabe, about, like you said, like people coming forward and being like, this is a big deal to me. Someone saying that, if they have autism, they're like, wow, like I'm able to see, it's inspiring. I've also seen a lot of comments about parents who have children who have autism. And
Yes.
and I've seen a lot of those people, in the comments everywhere on social media right now, saying like this is like so good to see because it gives me hope for my child, and I thought that was pretty big too.
I did. I saw that. I actually responded to that. That was extremely encouraging, and I hope moving forward, if that is going to be discussed, that will be the context, because I want. If I can be, like, I don't see myself as a role model or anything like that, but if I can inspire somebody who can relate to me in that way, then I would like to, and I hope that I can be a positive, have a positive effect and not a negative one.
No, definitely. We have another super chat here. This one from Anime Guy 01. Saying, Gabe, don't forget us Grifflings when you're big and famous in Vegas.
Okay, so here's the weird thing about that word, and I think the more I've done, online stuff, the more I have a weird kind of famous is very arbitrary. It's a subjective term. are people who are much more interested in the fact that I sang for a character on Has Been Hotel than the fact that I do impression videos on YouTube or was on America's Got Talent. Likewise, there are people that don't give a crap about Has Been Hotel or America's Got Talent and are like, wow, he's famous, he does YouTube videos. And then there are people who have never heard of Has Been Hotel and who don't watch YouTube and are like, oh my God, it's America's Got Talent, he's famous. And then there are people who don't care about all three and are like, who? And that's the case for everybody. Yeah, you may have a larger reach as you ascend higher and higher, but it's also fleeting. I mean, the most famous actors of 50 years ago, probably no one today knows knows their names. And so it is to find, and this is the thing that I think frustrates me with the implication of a statement like that. And I'm not mad at the statement, but the idea that someone could forget about somebody because they're famous indicates the idea of self-importance coming purely from the fact that a lot of people know who you are. Mm-hmm. And there is absolutely no reason that any level of fame should make someone feel more or less important than they were beforehand. It is because it's completely contrived. It is a societal construct that, a lot of people know who you are, and therefore you think that you're better, I guess. I don't know. I've never understood the arrogance that seems to accompany fame, or even just the idea of fame. But it's definitely a pet peeve of mine. And so if I ever come across that way, I would hope that all of you would call me on that.
Right.
What was this whole thing about you not being a good role model?
I think this is going to be, and I made a tweet about this, how fun it is when you get to observe new audiences get to see your and your brother's talent.
Yes. It's nerve-wracking. Oh, I thought you meant observe from the stage, like at MomoCon.
Well, MomoCon was the first, right? Where we just kind of went through this, where it was like, here's a new crowd, and then bam, here it goes again. Obviously, the order for you guys was, I think, flip-flopped, but for me,
yeah, that's right. For those who don't know, we filmed this episode almost 2 months ago. So we went to MomoCon. We had already done everything. So, but it's a similar pressure. It's like there is this almost like warm, familial, kind of comforting feeling going on stage in front of an audience that knows you. And so the pressure feels a little bit lower, and you can just kind of relax, and you can be yourself, and you can be goofy, and you feel like you're just kind of hanging out.
I thought you were Donald on the sketch.
Huh?
Sorry, you said you could be goofy, but I thought you were Donald on the song.
We were sitting right next to Goofy at MomoCon, and holy crap, that guy's amazing. I love him. Yeah. He's awesome. Anyway,
he seemed really nice.
Yeah.
I was just gonna.
So nice.
I was gonna.
Everybody's grandpa.
Right. Oh my God.
Yes. Well, first of all, he talks like this already.
Yes.
But then when he does the accent, it's like, oh wow, it's crazy.
He saw me in my Sonic outfit, and I have to live with that. I have to live with that.
Yes, you do.
That's dude.
God
damn, I love that.
Hey, at least you didn't break a plastic cup on the ground in front of the theater of Melon.
That's true. We've all had our moments, haven't we?
Cool Toodles in front of Lauren Faust.
When I just walked up to a NASCAR announcer that I absolutely look up to, and I just said the word "good." We've all been here.
Here's a story I didn't tell anybody. I got kicked out of DHX once because they saw me with Michelle, and they thought, that's that brony from YouTube. He can't be here. This is the inner sanctum. There's pony scripts laying around, and so they made me wait in the lobby. I drove over there, so I had to wait for the whole session to be done downstairs. I was like, this is so humiliating. And then Tabitha St. Germain came downstairs and sat with me and talked to me the whole time.
Aww.
Yes.
What I was gonna say, Gabe, is like going on about seeing all of this, this new audience getting to know you and whatnot, and it kind of tied it in with what you're saying here about like the idea of fame. Like obviously you've done very well as far as garnering an audience on YouTube, on social media in general. Being able to be a part of a ton of projects because of the talent, and I think that's what's exciting again for me is to see you be able to show people who you and your brother are, and that it's not about oh my gosh, we're gonna get TV time. Oh my gosh, we're gonna have so many fans. It's about putting on a show, and I know this. We know this because we've been around you for so long. That's always been the thing, is putting on a good show, and I feel like that's really going to come into play here with a show like this, and I can't wait to see where it goes, no matter the results.
Oh, I'm so looking forward to it.
Oh, me too. Like I said,
I hope you are.
They're in the deliberation phase right now, so there is still some cuts to be made. We have high hopes. Again, there's a lot, obviously, logistically, that we can't talk about. But basically, they didn't, Well, I will tell you what happened with this episode to kind of give you a sense of what's happening now. After we got off stage, they told us, you can't talk about this right now because we don't know if we're going to air your audition. Then when they started sending the audition back and forth for edits, our producer told us, okay, your audition has been back for edits like 3 or 4 times, so it's looking like you will probably air. However, you're not locked into an episode yet, so you can't talk about it because it could still be cut. And we actually were told we were supposed to be in the premiere, in the first episode. And then they moved us. And then it wasn't until about a week beforehand that he said, okay, episode 3 is locked, and you are opening it. You can talk about it now. So basically that's what we're going through again, but with the next step.
Oh, man. Well, I will say this. I will, like I said, regardless of the result, and that includes that if you guys somehow, in some universe being this one, don't move on, I'm proud of what you guys did on that stage.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
You freaking killed it, Gabe.
Oh, it was fascinating.
Aw, you guys are so nice.
No, I'm an asshole.
So
hopefully
yeah,
that's-
I've known you for a while, man. There is nothing buttholish about you.
And how do I poop?
That is
Okay.
You should play
Have you
Among
seen
Us with
South
him,
Park?
Gabe.
Yeah,
He
come
is-
on, Among Us. Then revise your agenda.
He is full of crap. We have a super chat here from Base, and this is a bit related here, asking, has Gabe ever done an impression of everyone on the Semi-Perfect podcast crew?
Oh my gosh. Okay, let's see. Hey guys, it's Saberspark. I'm returning to my What Ruined series. Let's see. What are you doing on the couch?
Sharon, that's you.
Ladies and gentlemen, ACRacebest here.
That's me.
Yeah.
Man, we're freaking T-Rex, man. My T-Rex camera is like, boom. Oh my god, it's so freaking cool, man.
Interesting. And can you tell us a little more about that? I'm terrible at that. Terrible. See, okay, but the weird thing is with impressions, characters are so much easier than people because they have an intentionally distinct voice. Most people's voices are similar. There's just cadence is then what you focus on. And no, I know this is a room full of ponies. I'm not talking about Princess Mia Mori Cadenza. There is, cadence, like slight accent, timbre, formant, but they're all very subtle because we tend to speak in the way that is easiest for our brains and our head shape to create. Mm-hmm. So that makes it a lot more difficult to imitate people, because unless they have an extremely distinct or unique voice or cadence, like in the case of Jeff Goldblum, there's not much to set them apart. So you have to really try to, either accentuate those idiosyncrasies that make the voice unique, mm-hmm. or say something that they would say and hopefully trick everybody with a laugh.
Yeah, no, and I that makes sense from someone who doesn't do impressions. Like Dusty Cat is an impression you've done for years.
So, hey, guys, good morning, my friends, with Dusty Cat and Screwy.
But he has that. He has that distinct voice, like.
Yes, he does.
So, and that's why again, I it did work out. The whole Simon Cowell deal.
Uh-huh.
Like,
Yeah, that
oh
was-
my God. Like like I said, I've watched that clip like a lot. And every time it starts, it almost feels fake. Just like how quickly you switch. And this is knowing you, Gabe. This is having seen you do it for years. It just comes through so clearly that, like, if you close your eyes, there's people who have commented saying, I thought it was just Simon talking.
Good. All right. Well, that's what I was saying. Like, that was supposed to be, each song was supposed to have some unique contrast. So it was supposed to be like, did you make it through the Milky Way to see the lights all faded? Where heaven was overrated? Tell me, did you fall for a shooting star? You know, the octave drop is what makes it so distinct. And because I was doing SpongeBob, I couldn't do that. And then vice versa with Tiny Dancer.
You could see yourself buckle up for that SpongeBob where you're like, all right, let's hit this note.
Oh, yes. And then I was like, I'd already almost like vocally cracked on a previous part. And so I was like, great, my voice is going to be a little, just kidding. It was very frustrating though. But then, yeah, so the Simon Cowell, it had the octave drop, which is what I think created the contrast. And the contrast is really where the distinction lies. If I'd gone upstairs and on stage and just started going, hello, I'm Gabriel, it might not have been as impactful as going from, and you're not here to get me through it all. I let my guard down. It's the contrast of singing high to speaking low.
Subvert the expectation.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, it was fun. It was so much fun to watch. And again, I think what's weirded me out about it is almost, it's not even you on stage. It's the shot of you and your brother walking out the doors. And I'm like, it's, the quality is so high that's when you go like, oh wow, this is like a real big thing,
Dude, you should have seen that poor guy. So he had, actually no, there's a picture of him. I posted it on Twitter a while back. He had a gimbal that was strapped to his belt and went up over his back. He looked like Dr. Octagamopus. And the camera he was carrying was a red camera with a massive lens. It was probably a $500,000 system on carbon fiber poles and shocks and hydraulics. And I was just like, this guy never has to go to the gym. And I actually said to him at some point, I was like, that camera is awesome. And he said, it doesn't feel awesome. And I was like, yeah, like that. It's basically a whole body steady cam, and so he could run in any direction. And so that's what he was doing with that shot. He was just backing up, and then he had another guy behind him standing at the stairs because there are stairs just beyond the doors. Mm-hmm. And so that guy just tapped him on the back and told him to stop, and that's when he stopped, and we walked past him.
Oh, that's good.
I saw that spotter.
That's an absolute production answer too. It doesn't feel awesome.
Yeah, no, they were great. That's what I'm saying. Like, everybody was great. They were all really, like, humble, and it seemed like they were having fun, which was nice. Which was awesome. The only part that wasn't fun was the PCR testing. We had every time we showed up on set, we had to get a rapid PCR test before we could go anywhere. Which, again, I understand why. It was just, that's not fun. To be swabbed once isn't fun. To get swabbed multiple times over the course of a few days your nose starts to beg for mercy.
So
mercy.
Now, have they told you guys, or I don't know if it's common knowledge with this show as far as when they announce who makes it to the next round?
Oh yeah, that I'm actually not. I think okay. I know that in the past, they've actually had a judge cuts round. As far as I understand, they didn't do it last year, and they're not planning to do it this year. But I don't know what they do instead, because I didn't watch last year's. I think they have like a short scene shot in supposedly Simon Cowell's house, where all the judges get together and just discuss their favorite acts and then who they're going to send through. I can tell you that of the 120, 30, 40 some that get 4 yeses, they only send 30 through. So there is another round of cuts that's coming. It's just we don't get to be directly involved with it. So only 36 people make it to the live rounds at Dolby. And obviously 6 of those are the golden buzzers. So there's still a chance we won't move on even though we got 4 yeses. I feel pretty good about it, knowing what I know, but it's not guaranteed.
So are tickets still available for the Dolby, or?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if they're open yet, but if they are, they should still be available. I don't think it is sells out until like just before, because it's a pretty big theater.
I'll just bring my Winnie City community guest badge and they'll let me backstage. So I think we've gone through all the super chats here, but if anyone else wants to send in a super chat question, we'll prioritize those. But I will open up a few minutes of Twitter questions if people want to submit to #SPP questions. Gabe, again, I know like this week in particular has been just slammed and busy with everything coming out and you interacting with a lot of stuff, but we really appreciate you coming on here and joining us on the Semi Perfect podcast.
Thanks for giving me a chance to talk about it in a little more detail, and I always like talking with you guys.
Yeah, no, I see. I remembered to remind you about the podcast tonight.
Yes, you did. Thank you, because I definitely forgot. I definitely did. I was literally okay. I have to tell you, because Claire and I were about to go out to eat. She's like, so we'll go out to eat, and then she does softball, and she's like, then I'll go to softball, and then maybe we can hang out at Xana's for a little while. I was like, oh, okay, I can't. I in my head, I'm like, I feel like I have something to do today. But no, I think I did it all. And then you texted me, 30 minutes to podcast. I was like, well.
So it's a good thing I did it 30 minutes in advance.
We came right back.
Right. Well, thank you. I'm sorry I messed up your dinner plans.
No. You didn't. We just hurried up. So I just didn't go to Xana's house.
Gotcha. We did. So, Sarah, I'm going to have you check in on the Twitter questions here. And not necessarily a closing statement on the topic, because we might get some more questions or whatnot. But again, Gabe, I just want to reiterate, no matter what happens from this point, whether you guys move on or not, I feel like you guys did everything that you needed to do on that stage. And I think everyone that both knows you and got to meet you are proud of what you guys did.
Yeah, mega proud.
Thanks
Keep
so much,
crushing it.
guys. You guys are awesome. I love you.
Crushing
Aw,
it.
we tolerate you too.
Yeah, there you go. Love and tolerate. I'm just a brony. I love you.
That's right, baby. Woo!
Yeah.
So we have a super chat here. It is a throwback. Super chat from Nora Mermaid. Yes, and actually, this is a general question. Saying, I'm learning how to drive this summer. What kind of car should I get?
Lamborghini.
I would
just
get a gigantic truck that takes a lot of gas.
I would recommend a Peel.
Gas prices are great for that right now.
Yeah.
I recommend a Peel P50.
What's it?
Really?
What's that?
It was a car that was conceived on the Isle of Man.
No! Is it the 3-wheel thing?
Yes!
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yes.
Dude, that's amazing.
You should get one of those.
Okay, so here's all right. It's a tough question because I don't know what you're intending to use it for. Like I would want like an off-road. My next vehicle will probably be a Jeep, but Claire has a Jeep, so I don't have to worry too much about that now. I've been driving. My first car was a Mazda 3 5-speed. I really enjoy driving manual. It's just more interesting. I feel like there's more to do, and it gets better mileage. But my current car is also a Mazda 3, but it is an automatic, and I like them because they're like they handle like sports cars, but they're affordable.
Yeah, I would think if you're looking for a good car to learn on, I recommend rental.
Yeah. Rent a Lamborghini. Good point, Matt.
There is a rental place out here that will rent one to you.
Of course there is.
It's Southern California.
It's SoCal. Can't rent a gun though.
You can't do that too. You have to go to a range. But yeah,
Right.
So to answer this question kind of seriously, since people are starting to get there, I want to say that I've driven a Toyota, has the same car that I started with back when I got my license. Oh God, I don't want to do the math. 16 years ago, is the same car I still have today, and so I feel like Toyotas and Hondas both have pretty good. Their compact cars are like they're hard to kill in demolition derbies. Okay, So, like, imagine if you don't drive them in a demolition derby. They're gonna last for a while.
Yeah,
All Asian cars are good. My dad had a Mitsubishi that he drove for like 20 years and put almost 200,000 miles on it. Like again, Mazda has served me really well. Yeah, Toyota, Honda, Hyundai, they're all great. Can't go wrong with them.
Like just go out and test drive a number of them. It really is what you're comfortable
Definitely
with.
do that.
Let's see here. We have a super chat.
Yeah, so Aziel sent in a super chat, and I assume that it's for one of his questions. Aziel asks on Twitter, I know you watch a lot of girls' cartoons, but what are your thoughts on Amy Friedman, the new head of Cartoon Network, faces backlash over commenting about girls often graduating out of animation? It's
Well,
done.
Sarah, did you grow out of animation?
No, I did not.
Okay.
Yeah, sir, you're the most qualified to answer this question.
I believe that her statement was dumb and not true.
Wait, so why would the head? This is news to me. So why would the head of Cartoon Network say that girls grow or graduate from it?
Because she's stupid.
It's a whole. It's a whole mix of like the marketing department mixing up their goals with like the animation departments, and it's like it's a mess.
Oh, that sounds like a mess.
Yeah.
Since that's such a mess, why don't we touch Aziel's other question?
Yeah. Aziel also asks, as you probably know, today is the 10th anniversary of Gravity Falls. What is your favorite episode or your favorite moment from the show?
Giffany. I love Giffany.
Yeah, I was gonna say Giffany too.
That Giffany episode was hilarious.
The Giffany episode is really fun.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have a specific favorite episode.
I mean, I just like Grunkle Stan in general.
Yeah.
It took a while for him to grow
Baby
on
fights.
me, but
He's definitely meant to be very bristly, and then you learn to love him as the show goes on. It's very intentional.
Right.
But, yeah, I very much enjoy Grunkle Stan.
Am I remembering?
I think the moment that I fell like in love with, like, I already kind of liked him because he was just like a grisly character and all that stuff, but I think the moment that I was like, hell yeah, Grunkle Stan, was when he punched those zombies with his, golden fist.
Oh yeah.
Did I watch the finale to Gravity Falls before I watched Gravity Falls? Why do I feel like that happened?
I don't know. I feel like
I know I did.
you watched the second season before you watched the first season.
No, I did watch it in order. I think what it is that I acquired the second season through completely legal means, and I couldn't find a way to acquire the first season with completely legal means. This was before we had Disney Plus. So,
Nice.
I just like the humor in general. In Gravity Falls, though.
It's a great show.
It is. Let's see here. I think we're close to wrapping things up. So I'm gonna probably end on an easy question, or maybe not.
We did have Jurassic World Dominion on the
Oh
docket,
shit! I
but
forgot.
we
Yeah,
should
Paley, I
probably-
wanted to talk about.
Yeah, we can talk about it next time.
Yeah, next time.
That's
I think.
Next time.
Yeah.
That bullshit. We'll talk about it next time. I swear to God.
Yeah, I know Saber is gonna have opinions about it too.
Yeah,
So
so-
Yeah, he
We'll
called
have-
me like during the movie. Like he literally called me during the movie. I was like, "This is so bad," and I was just like, "Right." So we were talking about that, and then like afterwards, we just like went on. We'll talk about it later.
Okay.
So you are now knowing.
Yep.
But yes.
All right. So next time. Actually, I see two more questions, so I'm going to hit one of these very quickly. Waddles is asking, thoughts on Nickelodeon and Paramount going to make 3 new Avatar animated movies. Also, congratulations, Gabe, on AGT.
Wait, the blue people? Oh, well, it's Nickelodeon.
It says
they're
animated.
Nickelodeon.
The
Nickelodeon
Airbenders.
is like,
They're
'cause,
actually
like,
doing movies?
Yeah, because like Nickelodeon wants to make like Avatar a franchise.
That's stupid.
the question is, are they going to be live action or animated?
It says animated.
Oh, good.
Well, wait. So they're okay. So
Like they're still gonna try to do the Netflix live action series, but also do animated stuff as well. Like I said, they want to make it a franchise.
I know they want to, but I've seen so many franchises I've loved fall down this route, and it's just like I don't.
Yeah.
I'm just like, this is sacred. Just let it be. You don't have to like. I know you. If the creators are behind it and they actually have something else to say, that's one thing. If they're just being forced to do it for marketing shit, I hate that. I really do. Every time, like there'll be like little chunks of stuff I find like amusing where I'm like, oh, that was good. But then other times it's just like, you didn't need to come back. This is just okay.
Don't do it just to do it.
Yeah, don't do it just to do it.
Yeah. By the way,
to have money.
I want to point out that Dusty, I noticed he's in the chat. He is probably
back in.
I don't know if he knows that we were doing Dusty impressions.
Hey, how you doing?
Oh, Dusty!
When did you become a brony, Dusty? Gabe,
Hey, man.
do the Dusty thing. It was like, I became a brony.
Sir, you want to read that super chat we just got?
Yeah, I became a brony back in 1970.
He's gonna kick all of our asses.
Anime guys.
I know. Hey, imitation's the highest form of flattery. Just ask.
I love that.
Anime guy sends a super chat saying, Bryke are wholly into it and are so excited. Is that
Right.
is that the Avatar person?
You're looking at me.
One of the Avatar directors?
Okay.
Maybe.
Great.
Bryke are wholly into it and are so excited.
Okay, if they're fully excited, then sure, that sounds good. But if it's just one of those situations,
Partially excited.
Just not half, but full. Okay, let's wrap up the podcast with this question. All right.
Okay.
Nathaniel Foga wants to know, what is your guys' favorite topping to have on a pizza? Now, I'm assuming this means you could choose one topping.
yeah, one topping, because then you would just choose multiple over and over and over again.
That's why my answer to that question is always cheese. Because
Yes, cheese is my favorite, Gabe. Yeah.
Thank you.
Booyah.
High
Like,
five.
does it
High
already
five.
have cheese on
It
it?
already has cheese on it.
That's the
Yeah, go
question.
beyond
Like,
cheese then, Gabe.
Yeah, if like
Cheese
cheese is
for cheese.
if cheese is on it by default, then pepperoni.
Okay, I'm not a huge pepperoni guy. I like meat lovers, so pepperoni, as long as it's accompanied with bacon, Canadian bacon, sausage, and sometimes mushrooms.
I
you
enjoy
like
sausage.
You like your sausage?
Yeah.
Dude, you know I love my sausage.
Everyone likes my sausage.
I think my vote is for
Not much of it to go around, though.
Oh!
Oh,
You know what? Forget about it. I hope you lose.
forgot about it.
For those of you that like pepperoni, I highly recommend salami.
Salami's
is good on pizza.
Oh, so
Canadian bacon is my answer.
Get out.
What do you mean get out? You get out.
I think he means the movie by Key and Peele.
Oh, good movie.
Yeah.
But why? Do you not like Canadian bacon, Matt? Like, what is it? Like, you can't just.
I have never been impressed with it on a pizza. Maybe I've just not had it from the right place. But
You're not talking about ham. You're talking about Canadian bacon, right?
Canadian bacon is good on pizza, but only on pizza. I don't really like eating it by itself.
I don't think it's supposed to. I don't think it was made to be eaten by itself. I think it was
There
made
you
for
freaking
pizza.
go. I don't like eating mayonnaise by itself either.
That's weird. Why are you doing it?
I don't know. Please help.
All right. But pepperoni is up there for sure. I also just I've come to like just regular bacon on pizza.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm like, it's bacon.
Yeah.
Like you don't go wrong with bacon.
Yeah.
Especially cat coming in with the cheese and prosciutto.
Yeah.
Fancy.
Yeah. Fancy.
Make my jalapeno.
All right. Well, want to thank everybody for tuning in here on the Semi Perfect Podcast. A shout out, of course, to our podcasters. Gabe, thank you again for allowing us all to kind of see a little bit into the experience that you had with quite the, I'd say, monumental moment. This feels huge.
Yeah, it does. It's really cool. Thanks for the interest.
Of
It feels
course.
nice to have a win after a tough couple of years.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And Anime Guy 01 sent in one last super chat to clarify. Bryke is Brian Konitsko, and Michael DiMartino, the creators of Avatar TLA.
Good.
The last
Good.
airbender.
As long as they like it, then
I
that's
didn't
all.
know
that
they had a
matters.
ship name.
Yeah.
So Bryke is
Me
both
either.
of them together.
Wait, I'm confused. How's that a combo?
Bryke,
just-
Mike.
Brian.
Yeah, Brian and Mike.
Oh, Brian and Mike.
Yeah.
Brian and Mike.
Oh, okay. Brykel.
Don't worry, Race. It took me a while too.
I am still wrapping my head around this. Okay. We want to give a shout out to our super chats. Thank you again for all of your generosity, Sarah.
Thank you to Anime Guy, Ozzy All, Nor Mermaid, Base, Fritz Rowley, C.284, Cacogenic Nonsense, Christina, and did I say Nora Mermaid already?
You could say it again.
I'll say it again, Nora Mermaid.
All right. Again, thank you all, folks. Now, we're going to be back here in 2 weeks. That'll be at the end of June.
Oh, wait, and Ambazar.
And Ambazar. Yes, thank you, Ambazar, too. We'll be back on June 29th. So 2 weeks from now, we're going to be talking at length about Jurassic World Dominion. We'll see if people's feelings change between now, which they seem
It
locked
won't.
in. Well, Paleo's going to give it another shot.
Paleo is like got Stockholm syndrome with this franchise. Right? I love you, Paleo. You got Stockholm.
Yeah, like because I remember I was talking to you about it. Like because after I first watched it, I was like I liked it, and then like after the last few days, I've been like,
Fallen Kingdom was
There's
better.
a lot of things I would change.
Yeah, exactly.
With this, one more good luck, Gabe, with everything.
Yeah.
Thanks, man. And everyone. Sorry, I'm just thinking about Jurassic World right now.
Bullshit.
Why you think about that bullshit? Keep in mind of something positive.
Join us next time, and we'll all talk about Jurassic World.
Yes.
Or
Send
will
me a
we?
reminder text.
I will. I got you. You got me.
Right.
Yes.
So yeah, folks. Again, thank you for watching the Semi Perfect Podcast, and you all have a great night.
Damn ponies.
Goodbye.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.